The Ringer came out with their top 100. They actually, it's not like it is a new list, but they just updated. And they just updated it a couple of days ago, right? So their new top 100. I remember when they came out with this. I want to say before Kyrie Irving got traded to Dallas, and when I first seen it, they had Kyrie Irving at like out of the top 100. I think Kyrie Irving was in the 70s, right? And then they updated it later that year, and he got up to 66. They had about, I don't know, 14 or 15 point guards ahead of him. They're telling me it's 14 point guards better than Kyrie Irving. Well, it ain't that much better this year. They got him at like number 30 something, but they still got 10 point guards ahead of. If you count Luka as a point guard, I don't count Luka as a point guard, so they only got 9 point guards ahead of him. But if you count Luka, they got 10 ahead of him, and he's outside of the 10. You mean to tell me it's 10 point guards better than Kyrie Irving? So the list is just bogus, right? It's they're still holding a personal vendetta. You got to look at the writers of this magazine of the Ringer and see who was involved and see what their connection is to Kyrie, and you'll see why they'll never get him his proper due, right? So they got Kyrie at like number 30 something, but that's not why I want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it because of the top 5 they got. They got Jokic 1. I don't have a problem with that. I don't think Jokic is, but as far as giving him the King of the Hill title because can't nobody beat him, you got to give Jokic number 1. But I still think Embiid is better than Jokic. I still think Kawhi and KD is better than Jokic. But they can't beat Jokic, so you can't even say that. I have to give it to Jokic. So I don't have a problem with Jokic being 1. Great. Got him at 1, right? Then they got Giannis at 2, and they got Luka at number 3. That's their top 3. How the heck you got Giannis at 2? I have no clue. This man game is so limited. Lord have mercy, this game is so limited, man. But apparently you don't need to play defense anymore for people to consider you the best in the league. And I'm not even talking about Jokic. I'm talking about Luka Doncic. The third best in the league. He's the third best we got to offer. That's what they think, right? They got Luka at number 3. And then they got like if you go to it, you go to their website, they break it down where they give you what their strengths are, what they're good at, and they got like little icons, like if you're a sharpshooter or whatever the case may be. But they don't have anything negative there, right? So they're not going to tell you, all right, this is what he don't do well, right? They're not going to say, all right, man, he don't play defense, or he can't play defense, or none of that, or he's not going to say anything about what type of shape you in or how balled up. They're not going to say anything. Just all these great things. Luka is unstoppable, blah, 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 blah. But then with other players like Joel Embiid, they have this negative stuff there. Like, oh, he's injury prone. He can't stay on the floor. They'll put negative stuff there, but they won't put no negative stuff there for Luka. And I'm like confused. I'm like, dude, it's obvious. Like, you can't mention his defense. Oh, because if you mention his defense, you would have to be you would be forced to have to grade him fairly and correctly, and you have to actually bring him down a notch. So they're not talking about his defense, so evidently it's not that important, right? So my whole point of this whole video is you attack Joel Embiid for his injury proneness. And you know the old saying that people always like to say, the best ability is availability. Well, I have a new saying, right, for team or for players who don't play defense. The worst ability is liability. When you're a liability on defense, you should have a negative icon by you when you on some type of list like this to show everybody this dude is a liability on defense. This dude hurts his team on defense. This dude can't play defense. This dude won't play defense. This dude is not interested in defense. You have to actually grade players the right way. If you're going to do it for an injury-prone guy and say he's not available and the best ability is availability, then you have to do it for a guy who's a accident waiting to happen on defense because he's letting people get free runs to the rim, because the worst ability is liability, and he's a liability on defense, man. That's all I wanted to say about it. I mean, the list, like I said, the list is really bogus anyway. I mean, to have all these point guards ahead of Kyrie Irving just because you don't like him, and then they got Ja Morant even lower than Kyrie Irving. I just don't. I can't take your list seriously when you do that. Now you got Trae Young in front of Kyrie. You got Jamal Murray in front of Kyrie. You had Tyrese Halliburton in front of Kyrie. Like every point guard was in front of Kyrie. That has a name attached to him. So I thought that was funny, man. That's why I'm gonna end the show at. I will open the phone lines up one last time to get like 3. I'm gonna let 3 calls come in. Make sure you stay with this topic on this top 10 or this top 100, and leave everything else in the comments after the show with any other the other topics. But phone line is open. I got a call from Illinois.
Hey, how you doing?
Caller from Illinois. What's up? What's your name?
Bill from Chicago.
What's up, Bill?
So this doesn't really surprise me because LeBron doesn't play any defense, and he's considered by a lot of people the best in the league.
Yeah.
It's just a shame what has become to this, what has became of this game that we love so much.
Yeah.
You know, the no, like I can't even believe that people look up to someone like that. Forget what he does off the court. He stands around. He looks lost on the court when it's time to play defense. Like he don't know where to stand. And then throwing himself all over the floor and all that nonsense, bro. It's like, yeah, you don't have to play defense. And it's really destroyed the game. It's like a pickup game.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the All-Star game. You know what I mean?
Well,
and I don't know what they can do. Go ahead.
At least the Ringer didn't put him in the top 10. The Ringer got him at number 12.
Oh, okay. I was curious about that, where they put LeBron.
Yeah, they had him at number 12. That was at least a little bit honest about that. But how he's in front of Kawhi? No, I think Kawhi was in front of him. Yeah. But they had LeBron at number 12.
Okay, but you're right on point with Luka. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, that's what the league is. It's like, oh, he's coming down. Let's just stand here and get out the way. I'm not even gonna try. I don't want to be on a poster. I don't even, like, you know, some dudes they'll be within 2 feet of him. They won't even swat at the ball.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I seen Luka giving some effort, not early in the season, but toward the middle before the All-Star. But he was giving some effort on defense. You just not gonna see it a lot, man. I was ready to give him his props and say he was playing better defense and stuff like that, man. But then it just went back in the dumps, man. I think once he seen his name dropping in that MVP race, he wanted to put some big numbers up, man, because he really wants to win MVP. But here's the list.
The one that said that the game is easier
to score over here.
European game, right? Yeah, maybe that's why he's like, well, I don't need defense. I can score.
So if you can look at the screen, right? So here it is. They talking about Luka. He's number 3, right? And you see this passing virtuoso, pull up threat, clutch gene, interior score. Those are the icons they gave him. And then they got 3 paragraphs, and it's all good stuff. They don't say nothing about his defense, right? At all, right? But then when you go down here, Joel Embiid, you're telling me that Joel Embiid had his team number 2 in the East the whole season, or 2 or 3 in the East before he got injured. And
you gotta say, as long as he's able to stay on the court,
right? But my thing is, they mention it. They saying he has injury concerns, and they talking about it in the paragraphs below. So they'll say the negative things for him. Here it again, same thing with Kawhi Leonard. They're talking about his injuries and the negative stuff, right? I bet if I go down here to Kyrie Irving, they go
only impediment is his own body. They put it right in the tagline.
Bruh, it's crazy, man. Zion Williamson, injury concerns right there, right? Like they saying everybody negative stuff, right? Lord have mercy. They got flight risk by here by James Harden. I guess that means that he disappeared. He I don't know what that means, right? But let's see what they say about let's see what they say about these boys say extremely online for Kyrie Irving. Chaos agent who makes confounding off-court decisions. This is what they got for Kyrie Irving.
What?
And there's one like, this is crazy. Like negative stuff right here.
Got to do with anything.
Look at the second paragraph. But the list of bullshit is still comically long. Irving missed one missed more than half of the first 2 seasons in Brooklyn. What the heck? Why are we talking about Brooklyn?
So he
COVID,
got
COVID-19. They talking about COVID-19, new contract, all this crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure they say something about defense too.
That's like ancient history. What the heck?
Talking about him getting suspended. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like this stuff
For
is
real.
ridiculous, man. That is unreal.
Crazy.
That is unreal,
Yeah.
man. Unreal.
You gotta be fair with everybody, man. And everybody has weaknesses. Don't tell me nobody in the league has a weakness.
That's
no Michael Jordan, man, in this league.
Unreal. All right, man. But go ahead, finish your thoughts, man. I ain't mean to interrupt you, man.
Oh no, it's cool. I was just saying good point, and it's just. Oh, I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know how they're going to fix this because the viewership is going down. People are waking, like, shows like yours. The internet is out there, so they see lies. One time they put LeBron almost got a double-double. Now we're talking about almost getting a double. What, bro?
That's rich.
just to pull something out of your, yeah. So I don't know what's going to bring it back, but yeah, I can't even watch it no more.
Yeah,
I can't watch a whole game.
Yeah, it's getting crazy, man. It's not the league that we loved before. It's something different, man. So yeah,
and then play in tournament, in season tournament. What we can do next? Tiddlywinks? What the heck, bro? Like,
yeah. But all right, man. Appreciate the call,
Thanks
man.
for taking my call, man.
No doubt. Thanks. Yep. Yeah, man, that was unreal. Super chat, Roland Curtis. Appreciate you, man. You want to be fast like Isaiah, shoot like Bird, rebound like Barkley, pass like Magic, be dominant like Shaq. But man, I wanted to be like Mike Allen Iverson. Yeah, Iverson did say that his Hall of Fame speech. Caller from Texas. What's up? What's your name?
Man, chilling. This is Rashad calling in from Texas, man.
What's up, man? Hey, man, you see that top 100 list?
Nah, I didn't see it. I think I heard a few things you were talking about, but
bro,
who they got top 3?
They got Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
Wow. I mean, they're young, but I guess.
Nah.
I guess.
But you got to go to the Ringer top 100 for this year, right? It's, bro, the way I just want you to go straight down to Kyrie Irving and read what they wrote for Kyrie Irving. Wow. It is unreal. It don't have nothing to do with basketball, bro. They talking about COVID-19, Brooklyn, suspension. It's all this crazy stuff. But they're not gonna say anything about Luka's defense. I just don't get it. But go ahead. What's your thoughts?
Wow. Yeah, man. I was thinking, man, how would you feel if Ant-Man and Paolo Banchero went to join Jason Tatum? Would you feel like that's a good idea for them to team up and take over the league? Like what's your thoughts on that?
It'd be the same thing that LeBron and Wade did and Bosh.
Yeah.
It'd be the exact same thing. Jason Tatum would be LeBron in this situation. Wade would be Ant-Man, and Banchero would be Bosh. It'd be the exact same thing. They should do it. Like I said, it's a new standard. This is the standard that Larry Bird and Magic set is what Michael and Kobe followed. But LeBron set a new precedence with a new standard of deck stackers. And KD and Steph and Wade and LeBron all stack the deck, so they all get compared with the deck stackers. You can't compare them to the guys who didn't stack the deck. It's two separate tables, two separate standards, right? So for deck stackers, I think what would be good is what exactly what LeBron said. Not 1, not 2, not 3. You should get 8 rings when you stack the deck, especially when you stack the deck when you're in your prime. I expect 8 rings because without stacking the decks, the standard would be 6 for Mike. That's without stacking the deck. So if you stack the deck, you got to get more than 6 in order for it to be a success.
Got to. I'm not really good on a lot of stats and history, but how long was MJ in the league before Scotty got drafted to the Bulls? Just curious.
I want to say 2 years. Maybe,
okay, 2 years.
Maybe 2 years.
Okay, so we can clearly see, and you know, I'm not hating on LeBron or nobody, but you can clearly see how Michael got Scotty as a rookie and developed the shit out of Scotty and made this man and made the whole team into somebody, into something, and took this man to a Hall of Fame level. Now, I'm unsure how great he was in college. I mean, I don't think he was like the top college player coming out that draft. I'm unsure. I'm not trying to knock Scotty, but when they say superstars making their team better, come on, man. Come on now.
Yeah,
Come on,
I give you credit for making someone better if there's a clear-cut reference point of this player not being that good. And
yeah.
so it's got to be three things. I got to see this player not that good. Then I have to see something that you pass down to him to help him. And then I got to see him actually turn into actually being good. So with Scottie Pippen, you're right. That did happen. He came in as a rookie, averaging 7 points a game or whatever he averaged. Let me look it up. So he got drafted in the 87-88 season, and Michael Jordan got drafted in the 84-85 season, right? So he come in averaging well, he started 0 games his rookie season, and he averaged 7.9 points, right? So Michael Jordan was already in the league, coming in as a rookie, averaging 28 points. Then he missed his whole second season for that broke foot, and then he came back the third season averaging 37 points. And then he got Pippen the year after he averaged 37, right? So 87-88 season, Jordan averaged 35. Pippen as a rookie averaged 7.9. And then we got what Mike actually had a trainer called named Tim Grover that he actually told to go train Scottie Pippen. I don't think Scottie had to pay for it. He said, go train Scottie and show him what you showed me. So as far as his fitness level and in his endurance and all that stuff, Michael Jordan passed it down to him. That's number one. Number two, practicing when competing with Michael Jordan every single day is going to turn you into a dog. Right?
Absolutely.
So coming in as a rookie, averaging 7.9 points and then turning into an all-star top 50 player of all time, you can credit some of that Michael Jordan, but you got to give credit to Scottie Pippen for doing the work as well, right? Now, I wouldn't say that what LeBron does is make players better, because the players that he gets are already established as all-stars.
Fact.
He don't get them as a rookie and then turn them into something. They already what they are. So different thing.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, before I get out of here, man, because I know the guys on the call and I want to hear their point of view. I went back and I looked at the when Jordan returned to Chicago as a Wizard. I didn't hear a lot of boos. I heard a lot of clapping or a lot of cheering. Well, you remember when LeBron came back to Cleveland as Miami. Now, I understand it was totally two different circumstances, but it just goes to show you what happens when you do right and, you know, you sell your trajectory to the top a certain type of way, and then we start doing the Fugazi way. You see how the game treats you. So that's all, man. Have a good one, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right, thanks, bro. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, LeBron, you know, he did it in a sleazy way, man, like Tupac said. I'm gonna take 2 more phone calls, then we're gonna shut the show down, man. This was a long one, and I ain't even get to all my topics, man. So, but it was definitely a good stream, man. But I'll take 2 more calls. Caller from Chicago, what's up? Hello, caller from Chicago.
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on? What's your thoughts?
Oh, I'm calling in because just piggybacking on what the guy just said about Jordan and Pippen. Jordan made Pippen what he was, bro. He made him what he was. I remember this vividly. I remember they was about to trade Pippen twice.
Yeah.
I think I commented on this before. Jerry Krause, when they asked him about Scotty, he said Scotty was not coming along as they had thought. It was Jordan who kept Pippen from being traded because he told Krause, he's going to be great. He's going to be great. Just let me work with him. That's the only reason why he didn't get traded. And they was going to trade him back to Seattle for Olden Polleny. Then the second time they was going to trade him they was trying to get Kerr. The third time when they was trading, like in the 90s, they was thinking about Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
Jordan made Pippen, man. He made him who he was.
Yeah,
And
you can say that. I can think that, but it may be real hard for me to say that out loud, man. I you know, I don't want to say another man that made another man, because Pippen had to put that work in too. But
one thing about Pippen, when he came here, they used to call him No Tipping Pippen. That's all he did was party. He never took nothing serious. And they were pretty much getting tired of him because Horace Grant developed faster than Scotty. That's why if you go back and look at The Last Dance, when they brought up the migraine headache, just go back and look at that. As soon as that interviewer said that, Jordan rolled his eyes in his head because he knew they had punked Pippen. The only person that was standing with Jordan, willing to fight, was Horace Grant, bro.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we got past Detroit was because of B.J. Armstrong came through, because Jordan told him, you got to stop idolizing Isaiah, because Isaiah was his favorite player. I remember all of it because I was an avid reader. We had the role players started to come through. If you notice, Scotty barely played, and he always say we managed to get through Detroit. He barely even played. He was petrified of playing Detroit, bro.
Yeah.
And then I tell people all the time, just go back and look at those series. You will see that the year that it took Scotty till 1991, 92 to even start. He came in 87. Brad Sellers was starting over Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Out of Ohio. We got past Detroit because all the other role players started to step up, because Scotty missed so many games due to a migraine. That's when Krause was like, he's not developing. That's what Jordan said, I got him. And that's why I always tell people Jordan is a better on-ball defender than Scotty. Scotty played the lane. When Jordan pressured and they forced people to throw errant passes, Scotty was the beneficiary of that.
Well,
That's how Scotty got better.
I mean, some of that is true. Scott, I think they both was really good defenders on and off the ball, and Scotty was a better defender in the post. I just watched a game. I think it was a first round playoff game of the Bulls against the Bullets. You know, and the Bullets came out with a lineup of 7'7" George Mearshine, 6'11" Chris Webber, 6'9" Juwan Howard, 6'7" Calbert Chaney, and Rod Strickland. And Rodman had a real bad knee injury, so he didn't start. He was on the bench. They started Luke Longley, Jason Caffey, who was smaller than Pippen, and Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was guarding Chris Webber in the post. Scottie Pippen can be put anywhere defense. I'm not gonna take nothing away from Scottie as a defender. Scottie was phenomenal as a defender, off the ball and in the post. You know.
Yeah, he did his thing, but a lot of people misconstrue and think that Scotty came in the way he came in like this.
No, he didn't come in. He didn't come in raw like that. No, you're definitely right about that.
He didn't come in raw like that. So when they say that Jordan did make people better, when you listen to Bill Winnington, Will Perdue, they always say Jordan got on us so much in practice, it made the game for us easier.
Yeah.
And that's a way of developing players and making them better. Because like Mike said, if you don't want to play like I play, you don't want to go out and give your all like I did, find another team. Like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And they just knock Jordan so much. They just knock him so much. And the man did so much for the league, took the league to a whole nother level. All the NBA players, they know he the GOAT. They know who Jordan was. And I always tell people, if you go back and look at follow Jordan, because I've been watching Jordan since freshman year in North Carolina. Go back and look at how he played the game in 1982. Then look at how he was playing the game in 1984, the Pan Am game. Then look at how he played the NBA pro players. He dominated those players. Magic, Isaiah, and all of them. So I don't be understanding when people be like, oh, Jordan, he was okay. He was just a volume shooter. No, he wasn't. He wasn't just a volume shooter. And they say he was the first volume shooter. No, he wasn't. George Gervin was. George Gervin shot 33 anywhere from 33 to 35 shots a game. He was the first volume shooter that I saw. But they just need to get a man this credit. I've yet to see LeBron James. You made a great point. I've yet to see LeBron James make anybody better. Anybody. I've never seen him do it. Kevin Love was better when he played in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Kyrie didn't even. I remember Kyrie didn't even want LeBron James coming back to Cleveland. LeBron James told Kyrie, "This is your team. I'm going to follow your lead." It didn't happen that way. That's when Kyrie started saying he wanted out of Cleveland because LeBron came in and was taking over. People forget all of that, man. But all of it is documented. They just changed the narrative for LeBron. How they say that Jordan, the refs, and all this is like, that's not true. Of course, nobody wants to see a star player of any caliber being slammed on the ground. And I remember when all the owners had a meeting about the Detroit Pistons. Like, we can't take this. They win people all in a growing, pushing them all into the stands, the scoring table. It was ridiculous. They put a stop to that. And Isaiah's team got in because they wasn't that talented.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. So I just want to call in and make that point that, you hitting on every cylinder. Your show is crazy dope. I always tune into it to see what's going on. So I'm just want to wish you much success, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call too.
All right, no problem.
All right, now. All right, I'm gonna take one more call, man, and then we out, man. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all the call-ins, all the comments. This your last chance. Y'all can go ahead and hit that like button right now, man. That's gonna help us out a whole lot, man. So everybody right now hit the like button. Let me see how many likes we got. We should have over at least 350 likes. Let me see how many we got. Oh no, we need to get to 300. We're at 275. We almost there. Everybody hit the like button real quick. Let's get to 300, man. We almost there. We almost got 400 people in here watching, man. And I'm just asking for 300 likes. All four, like, some people watch the show because they don't like the fact that I talk about LeBron a certain way. So if we got 400 people in here, we can't have 100 LeBron fans in here that's not gonna hit the like button. So 400, I'm asking for 300 likes. I think that's really reasonable. 300 is really dope out of 400. So everybody hit the like button real quick. Let's make sure we get these likes up. But I'll take one more phone call, man. One more phone call, and we out, man. Any topic. There can be any topic, man. Just anything. We got about 5 minutes we can chat. Hey, so Friday when we had a full panel, it's gonna be a mix of basketball and football. We definitely gotta discuss the free agent period that just started with the NFL, man. There's a lot of signings that didn't happen, some trades and all this stuff, man. So we got to discuss all of that. So for everybody who love basketball, we gonna have that for sure. But we're gonna have to get into some of the football as well, man. So hopefully y'all like both sports and whatever the case may be. But invite people that like football because it seems like a lot of y'all are basketball fans, man. So on Friday, man, we're gonna be in here with the full panel. It's gonna be a mixture of NBA and NFL. So it look like no more phone calls coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the show, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. Hit the like button. Oh, we do got one more call. Caller from Michigan, what's up? Hey, caller from Michigan. Shut YouTube down, and so I can't hear the echo.
How you doing?
Yeah, shut YouTube off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, shut off YouTube.
Hello?
You got to shut YouTube off.
All right, I'm turning my TV down, man.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, okay.
I still got an echo, big dog. I'm gonna hang up, man. You got to call back without YouTube being on. You just got to listen to me through the
Can you
phone.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
I like to say, man, I like your show, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You doing real good, man. I won't stop trolling them LeBron fans and them Jordan fans. They don't like to hit that like button.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I'll see you Friday.
I didn't know I had that many in there though. I mean, it can't be that many.
It was more than that earlier.
Sheesh, man. A lot of LeBron fans in there.
Man, they was crying, man. I had them boys crying. Man, y'all ain't be talking about my man. He ain't around to defend himself.
Oh man. Well, that was in there trying to talk trash about Kobe.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, do you remember Rick Chapman dropped 40 on Jordan too?
yeah.
They don't remember that.
Man, I remember Rex getting Jordan. I remember Kobe getting Jordan. Iverson got Jordan.
Dropped 55 on from the front door.
Yeah. Marbury caught Jordan slipping. Like, hey, look, man, everybody go get caught every now and then, man. It's some good ballers out there.
That man dropped 55 points on him and walked him out the door.
Rex was cold, man. I like Rex when he was at Charlotte, but the best Rex Chapman ever was the one that was in Phoenix. Lord have mercy, man. The Rex that had he was balding in the front. Oh man, I don't know if Thunder Dan was there yet, but because Rex,
he was there.
He might have been. Man, it was a playoff game. Rex couldn't miss, man. And he had a couple of game winners, man. Rex was that dude, bro.
I'm gonna take you another one too. Tom Chambers.
Tom Chambers was cold too, man.
Man, he ain't made it to the Hall of Fame yet.
Nah, he probably ain't gonna get in there. Tom Chambers would destroy this league right now.
Oh man.
You know who else would probably destroy this league and would probably be a top 5 player?
Who?
Keith Van Horn.
Oh, at the corner threes too.
Man, Keith Van Horn was cold, man.
Oh, day with New Jersey.
He was way before his time though. The 6'11" stretch 4 wasn't really a thing back then yet. Handling the ball and all that stuff too. Nah, it wasn't no thing, man.
I thought he was a small forward.
I mean, he was 6'11" though. And
damn, I didn't know he was that tall.
Yeah, he was 6'11". Played for Utah with Andre Miller.
Like 6'8".
Nah, Keith Van Horn was 6'11", man. Him and Duncan got drafted the same draft, and everybody was talking about how good Duncan and him was. Like,
I remember he was balling like that in Utah in college.
Man, he was cold, man. He was one of my favorite players. Randolph Childress, Keith Van Horn, Rasheed Wallace. They're my favorite college players, man.
Wake Forest.
Yeah, for sure.
Him and Duncan played together.
Yep. And freaking Randolph Childress was the number 1 on Wake Forest. That's how good he was.
Man, the point guard.
Yeah.
He didn't last long. I think Detroit drafted him and he ain't do nothing with him.
Detroit drafted him and he couldn't last, man. He went overseas though and played.
How the hell you let Joe Dumars take your spot?
Well, but they wasn't ready for his style of play in the NBA yet. A point guard, he played like a 2 guard. He was a combo guard. He was like Steph Curry, but you ain't got no place if you can't run point for real in the 90s.
Yeah,
like you gotta you can't come in here wanting to take all the shots. We want our 6'6", 6'7" and our post player to take the shots. You can't come in and take 30 shots a game.
No.
Yeah.
I heard earlier you said Rod Strickland was one of your best players back in the day.
Rod Strickland is still my favorite player of all time.
Oh, you take him over Kenny Anderson?
I'm not saying who I think is the best. I know
what you're saying. I'm talking about at the time though.
Yeah, I take Rod Strickland over Kenny Anderson.
I don't know, Playboy. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have you Friday, man.
All right, man. I'll catch y'all on full panel Friday, big dog.
All right. Thanks for the call, man.
All right. Yep.